Our beats by Jeff, and we got some beats for the Blitz.
Shout out to my good friend there, the band director for the Jefferson Silver Foxes, John Matthews there.
Oh.
He's got those Silver Foxes fired up in the stands there tonight.
Yeah, and are you reminiscing? Were you reminiscing watching
It brings
that,
back
Adrian?
a lot of memories. Yeah, definitely of being in the drum line, you know,
Yeah.
pumping up the band
Yeah.
members and the crowd. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Sure. Well, we're going to go ahead and send things over to Paul Cicala. He's back this week. You had your bye week last week, Paul.
I have my bye week, so I'm looking for a victory tonight, my friend. Coach Ray Aguilar and El Paso High School were hoping to notch their first home victory of the season. The Tigers came into the game at 0-2 at home at one of the most historic stadiums in the country. Meanwhile, Coach Marco Chavez and Chapin were gunning for their fourth win in 5 games. And overlooking the field, how about some tasty horchata? Oh, heck, my favorite is agua de limon. Or wait, maybe I like horchata. Yeah. Wow, horchata, heck up. My bad, Adrian. All right, my bad. Back to the game itself. Gotta love horchata, though, with El Paso trailing 21-0 in the first quarter, and that is when Luis Merino will start rumbling forward up the middle, all the way into the red zone in Husky territory, and then quarterback Martin Gonzalez keeping the ball and picking up a first down. Tigers, he'll later punch it in himself, and the lead is cut to 21-8 after the 2-point conversion. But back comes Chapin High off of the direct snap, and check out Kerry Wade. Aye, Wade! And if you don't think Wade came to play, no manches, Wade, because Wade will pick up another first down. Kerry Wade was softening up the defense so Evan Rivera can take it himself. Chapin takes a 3-touchdown lead again, and the Huskies cruise to the road victory, 42-16. How about some agua de limon? All right, let's head north to El Paso High School's rival, Austin High School. The Panthers came into the matchup unbeaten at 3-0 in district play and winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. Meanwhile, Clint High School was hoping to get back into the win column after falling to Mountain View in their last matchup. And we begin in the cage with that built-up rage. Rage to get on the football field for some action as Clint High School was hoping to spoil the party for Austin, coming right at you. And gotta love both sidelines sporting the pink as Breast Cancer Awareness Month continues on. And the boys from the Lower Valley will strike first blood on the first series. Eric Martinez will take the pass from Brandon Quesada, and Quesada is making it happen, Captain. First down, Clint, and the Lions pushing forward, creeping up on the end zone on the 2. Thought you knew. Angel Belize will put Clint up by a touchdown. Clint would surprise the Panthers by taking an 8-0 lead after the 2-point conversion, but Austin running back Sal Duarte, you can see him finding the holes and pushing it up. That's a first down for the Panthers, and Austin later tied things up at 8-8 with the TD and the 2-point conversion. And get this, in the end, Austin would win with a last-second field goal. Austin takes home the victory in a close one. 24-22 is the final. And here's how it all went down. It'd be tied at 15 apiece at the half, and Austin would then take a 21-15 lead, only to see Clint jump ahead with a touchdown and go up 22-21. But then the Panthers, they were hoping to march it up the field for that last-second win, and that is exactly what they got. Austin's Uriel Paniagua will boot the field goal for the victory. The Panthers win in dramatic fashion. Adrian Ochoa, B. Martinez, how's your energy?
It's good. I need an agua fresca after this. I'm parched.
I'm thirsty.
I'm craving. Wow, Austin with back-to-back wins.
No,
Pretty good,
yeah,
right?
perfect in district play are those Panthers. They continue to impress this season.
We love to see it. Well, we'll keep it in District 1 4A, Division 1. The Riverside Rangers entered the day with a perfect 5-0 record on the season, and tonight they continued district play on the road against San Elizario, who's 1-5 overall and still looking for their first win in district play. Now, the Eagles still in search of their first win in district play. I'm sorry, I'm a little redundant right now.
Good.
Riverside with the ball from their own half. Now, quarterback Carlos Rojas with the connect to Ricardo Briones, who is open through the middle, and Rojas is untouched, making it to the house for a Ranger touchdown. Sanelli not giving up. The Eagles in the red zone, and Zamar Vargas runs the ball and scores to tie the game. But then the Rangers continue to respond. Rojas with the shotgun pass to Briones. Now, Riverside does move to a perfect 6-0 record after beating the Eagles with the final score 56-21.
Congratulations to Coach Chavez and those Riverside Rangers. Well, in District 1-5A Division 2, the Canutillo Eagles returned to action fresh off of a bye week, as tonight they played host to the Silver Foxes from Jefferson High. So let's go to the bluest turf in the Borderland. Canutillo 4-1 on the season, 2-1 in district play, while Jefferson still searching for their first win in district play. Silver Foxes, we're going to have their hands full in this one. Opening kickoff, the game. Jefferson's supposed to return it here, but instead they let the ball bounce, and it's Canutillo getting possession. Carson Fisk gets it. So Eagles with great field position, and they waste no time getting in the end zone. Matthew Gasca to a wide open Eduardo Carrillo for the touchdown. Then 9 seconds, that was just 9 seconds into the game. So Jefferson punting the ball here, and it's Carrillo on the return. And I've seen him do this before, and Lalo Carrillo, as they call him, he's gonna take it to the house. Lalo Carrillo, welcome to End Zone City. It's 13-0 Canutillo. So you saw the offense, the special teams, a big play. Now it's the defense getting involved here. That ball stripped, and it's Jose Azola for Canutillo taking it back. He's gonna get taken down inside the 10-yard line. And Canutillo gonna waste no time catching in. Gasca with the quarterback keeper. Yeah, all Eagles in this one as they improve to 3-1 in district play. Final score, they pitch a shutout tonight, 51-0.
Well, over at Burgess High School, it was Mustangs hosting the Horizon Scorpions. Now, the Mustangs looking to protect home territory and picking up their second win in District 1-5A Division 2. Now, fast forward to the end of the second, quarterback Marcus Sanchez blasted out to running back Jaden Bowser for the one-handed catch near the end zone. Then Bowser is at the top of the leaderboard for the Mustangs, averaging 55 receiving yards per game. Then following the previous play, running back Luke Dexter Quinn gets the dish. Now, here's some stiff arm action, finds the open lane to the end zone for a Mustang touchdown, 14-0 Burgess. Now Burgess does win it all, 44-35.
Big time win for the Mustangs tonight. Moving on in District 3A Division 2, the Anthony Wildcats welcomed the Cranes from Crane, Texas. Not a good night for the Wildcats as the Cranes take this one by a final score of 48-7. Well, we have reached that time where we turn our attention to the cheerleaders, and you're once again out at this one.
Yeah, well, we actually switched it up this week. We decided to go with the athletic training crew, so it's going to be the Pebble Hills and Montwood athletic trainers. So let's see how it all went down. All right, well, we're kicking off week 7 of War of the Week. To the left, we have Pebble Hills athletic training crew. And then to my right, we have the Montwood Rams. All right, the winning team will get this $50 Visa gift card. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Yeah! Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Uh-oh. It's still kind of sort of in the middle. Pebble Hills is starting to pull away. Starting to make its way back in the middle. Oh, this is a tough one. You guys are strong. Oh, Pebble Hills starting to pull away. Well, let's beat Pebble Hills. Oh, it's Pebble Hills! All right, well, that will do it. Pebble Hills is your Week 7 champions for War of the Week. Congratulations.
I like it. We're making history here. I don't think we've ever had the athletic trainers from.
Yeah, no, they were super pumped to do it. So I'm really glad that we went that direction tonight. So
awesome stuff. Well, we've got plenty more to come after the break. We're going to check in over in New Mexico as the Centennial Hawks welcomed the Eagles from Hobbs. We also got Zach's Dance Blitz coming up, and the winner of the Blitz pick, your chance at a $50 Visa gift card. That's after the break.